My name's Stephen, this is my younger brother Michael, and today we're going to be ranking the Premier League kits from best to worst, going through alphabetical order. And ironically, as Fulham fans, we are the only team in the Premier League who haven't released their kit yet.
Yet again.
So annoying. I haven't seen any of these kits yet. I've deliberately been avoiding them for this. And Mike, you've seen them all, haven't you?
Yes.
So we're going to tell you which ones we love and which ones we absolutely hate. Let's go.
Okay, so these are all the home kits. First up, alphabetical order, we have got Arsenal's home kit here. Obviously we've got the strange collar with the button and the kind of lightning pattern down the side. So what do you think of it?
I like it. I always like a kit with a collar. I find it quite smart. You know, you can go to the pub and drink and not feel like you look too tacky because, you know, us Fulham fans are really posh and we eat sponge cake and cheese boards all the time. I like it. I mean, I don't think it's that creative or inventive. It's very basic, but it looks smart enough. What about you?
Well, it's just a bit plain, like same thing every year from Arsenal. The collar's at least a little bit different, but it's a 7 out of 10 from me.
Yeah, it's 7 Gooners out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10, put it that way. Anyway, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa's home kit we have here. The weird kind of V shapes faded into the kit there. So what do you think about it?
Again, it looks pretty average, but I think it's one of those kits that might grow on me over time. At the moment, it's okay. Again, nothing too remarkable. A bit like Aston Villa. No, I'm joking. They're actually doing quite well under Steven Gerrard. I'm looking forward to seeing that next year. Yeah, I like it. Don't love it.
What are you going to give that out of 10?
Well, these villains won't be scaring me today. I'm giving that 6.5 out of 10.
I'm giving it a solid 6 out of 10. Pretty average. Next up then, we've got Bournemouth's home kit. Very different with the kind of lightning going both sides, one fade and one plain for their first season back in the Premier League. So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, this kit wouldn't be taking my cherry, Michael. It's really weird. I mean, it looks like they're trying to be a bit different and I respect that. But upon first viewing, it looks rank. The yellow and the red don't mix nicely for me. Nothing to do with our rivalry with Scott Parker and Bournemouth. I'm giving it 5 cherries out of 10. They've been half eaten.
So our first kind of disagreement here. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I do think it's a decent kit. Of course, the sponsor doesn't work too well with it with the yellow and red mixing, but I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I should note that Michael is actually mainly blind, so most of his opinions are pointless. Now, I know what you mean. I actually do think, as a full kit, over time, this will probably look quite cool. But upon initial viewing, I'm going to stick with that 5.
Next up then, we have Brentford, who have kept the same kit from last season, which I like as an idea, but personally as the kit, I'm not the biggest fan of it. It is very, very plain, and I'm not the biggest fan of the sponsor. So it's going to be a 5.5 out of 10 from me.
Yeah, well, they ain't going to be stinging anyone with that kit, are they? It's a 4 out of 10 for me. But you were saying, Mike, about how they've kept the same replica kit to be green.
Yeah.
Apparently, I respect that a lot, actually. You know, a lot of clubs will just bring out a new shirt and try and charge you 60-65 quid. So, fair play to Brentford. I'll give them that one. Also, they're going down this season. I hope so.
Next up then is Brighton's home kit, and they've gone very different to how they have in the last few years, with the yellow coming in a bit more, and also the first thing I notice is the white pattern on the front. It just looks like a massive H going down the middle. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's going to be a 5 out of 10 from me.
Well, put it this way, you wouldn't want your girlfriend wearing it, would you? I mean, Brighton's full of a lot of bird crap, but that, no, you know what? I think as a full kit, that'll probably look okay. I can totally see the H, what you're talking about. It's so weird, but I think it will look better. But I'm going to stick with you on that one with a 5 out of 10.
I'm sure in person it will look a lot better than on this. Next up, this. It's disgusting and it's getting 0 in my opinion.
No, look, it's completely plain. It's got the buttoned collar and a little bit of a watery design around the neck. It's clean. I actually quite like it. It lacks a lot of creativity, but it's quite smart. It feels like it's probably quite nice to wear when you're playing football. God, I'm going to give this one an 8 out of 10. I don't know why.
There's not much going on with it. A bit like Chelsea's squad depth this season.
Well, that's a sterling observation you made there.
Surprised Barcelona didn't steal that kit.
Whoa!
Next
Alright.
up, a very wacky one here with Crystal
Whoa.
Palace. They've gone very different to the usual, to be honest, but I'm not mad about it. It is a decent kit in my opinion. I've heard some mixed reviews about it, but it's nothing special. It's a 6.5 out of 10 from me.
This is very Marmite for me. I really like how much is out there with the pattern, like the kind of almost like paint swirls. I like that. But then what they've done with the collar and the arms, it's really thick and white. It almost looks too smart to match that pattern, and that makes me quite uncomfortable. So I can't tell if I love this or if it's rank. But I'm gonna say I like it. I'm gonna give this one an 8.1, just so it's better than Chelsea's kit. The Eagles have landed, sure. Are you gonna add in tinned laughter? Because otherwise this is really awkward.
Very good.
I'm letting Mikey do the edit today, so you know.
Next up, we have Everton's home kit.
Well, the stakes are very high for Everton this season. You know, Lampard coming in and just about scraping survival. But also, they have stake.com on their shirt. I mean, what is stake? I mean, it's going to be a betting site, isn't it? Of course it is. For me, this is lazy. 4 out of 10.
I do like the little pattern they've got going on in the background. It is a plain shirt, but it's just a bit average, to be honest.
I agree, I like the pattern actually, but I think the stake.com looks a bit cartoony and childish, so it almost ruins the aesthetic. Won't be buying any toffee of them, put it that way.
And yet again, with the stake sponsor being like massive on the kit, just like it was last year with Watford. So yeah,
big mistake.
Marks down for that.
How many stakes out of 10 are you gonna give it?
Stakes out of 10. It's getting 6.5 stakes out of 10.
6.5? That's a solid medium rare you're giving that stake.
Yeah, decent at best.
Oh, we have to go with concept kit, but we do know this is our main sponsor, WAA.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the look of the new sponsor, not gonna lie.
I actually don't mind it, you know. It's a bit weird that it has the big W and then the WAA underneath.
I'm not liking the double W. Try saying that when you're double W. I probably need to make a pun about Fulham, but you know, it's just perfect. So.
Yeah.
Well, as we were setting up, curtains fell down and I couldn't keep them up, and you said,
of course they're going to fall down. It's Fulham, we go up and down all the time.
Yeah, so it's probably a good reflection of that. As a concept kit, this is quite cool. I mean, there's no point really rating it because it's not real, but
yeah.
Some interesting training wears, pink and then a gold and black. I actually really like the gold and black. We'll flick it up on the screen now. But I might purchase that because it's 43 quid and you get your season ticket discount, whereas the main shirt's going to be 60 again.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money, but hey, hopefully it'll be a really good shirt. We'll see. But I'm not keen on this. I hope the logo's not like that. I don't like it, if I'm honest.
It's a decent kit from me. It's well made, so check out the creator of these because he made quite a few of them. HW Graphics.
What does HW Graphics stand for?
Probably like...
Hooey! Graphics.
Next up then, Leeds United, just in case you couldn't tell by how plain and boring this kit is. It's very much just a white shirt, basically the same as the last 2 years. They just changed the colour of the Adidas stripes, and there is detailing in it with the little LUFCs, which I do like, but it's just very plain. It's going to get a 5.5 for me.
Now, interestingly, I like a bit of graphic design, and what I am finding really satisfying with this shirt is the use of the three colours, the white and blue, and the kind of yellowy gold that's in the logo, but also in the sponsor and on the arms and the neck. It's quite subtle, but actually, I find that extremely satisfying. So, when you first popped up on my screen, I was thinking, that's just the same as last year, it's really boring. But actually, looking at it a bit closer, and then you mentioned the little LUFCs as well, I actually quite like it. This is getting an 8.5 for me.
It's clean, but nothing special. Next up then, it's Leicester City, who have changed it up quite a lot here. I like the coloration change of the badge, but the sponsor is just a big put off for me. It's just absolutely massive in your face. It's a pretty plain kit. As I say, I like what they've done with the logos.
FBS fucking bullshit.
Probably, but it's a 6.5 for me out of 10.
If you're saying how does this kit look, I like the gold badge and the Adidas a lot, and the collar, but in relation to all the seasons we've seen Leicester playing in a home kit, it just feels like the same as every other one, and it doesn't really excite me. It's not very different. Straight down the middle, 6.5 out of 10.
Next up then, Liverpool. It is extremely plain. It's simple, it's clean, but when you're a club that's going to be wanting to push for the title that season, whether you're going to get it or not, you're going to want a kit that isn't just a red shirt. It is very much just a red shirt with a Liverpool badge stuck on it, to be honest. So
very much like the aviation industry, as you can see on the logo and the arm there. I think this is crashing and burning for me. It's so boring. This is a 2 out of 10.
5 out of 10 for me. Bang average. Nothing good with it.
Why does it even get 5 for you? What on there goes actually?
They've not done anything wrong, other than not making it good.
Right.
It's just average.
I hate this this next one as well. What is it about Liverpool and City that just decided to? So a lot of people be like, oh, it's so retro. Oh, but when I first saw this kit, I was like, it's disgusting. And I'm sure halfway through the season we'll all be used to it and like, oh, it's quite classy actually. But I don't like the maroon red with the blue. And it's gone classic, and I get it. But I like it more than I did when I first saw it. But nah, not for me. 5 out of 10.
Personally, I love this kit. They've just done really well with it. I like what they've done with the maroon. They've only added it subtly, only a little bit around the sleeves and collar, and I absolutely
it's
love.
As subtle as being hit by a bus.
I just love that centralised badge and the Puma logo. I think I really do like my centralised badges on kits nowadays. So it's going to be an 8.5 out of 10 for me.
That's just the cat having shit. Suki, you could have done that all night. Oh, no, take your time. You know what, actually? This is a special moment because our cat is having a crap in between the Liverpool and Man City shirts. And I think that reiterates my point that they both suck. We're not done yet, and neither Suki. Come on.
One of my favourites coming up next in the league. It is Manchester United's home kit. Wonderfully modelled by Hannibal there. It's going to be something good in the future, I think. I just love the retro vibes to it. I absolutely love what they've done with the badge, and it's just a really classy, clean kit with the retro vibes, and it looks amazing on the players in my opinion. It's going to be getting a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
I totally get you, man. Like, the classic look is really good. You know, if you died and you went down to a place below, you know, and the devil gave you that, you'd be pretty happy with that, wouldn't you? That's an awful joke, isn't that? I like it. Is it my favourite? What are you laughing at? What? I think it's good. I think it's really good. Interesting they put the little shape around the badge as well. That's
oh yeah, I really like that.
I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. I like it.
It's just a shame that they won't be getting top 4 wearing it. Next up then, it's the Geordies with just about no changes since the last couple of years.
Isn't that the same exact kit as last year?
It's always the same. I don't know if it was last year where they had the massive 4 looking thing, but it's always the exact same. Average, I don't like the sponsor. It's a 4.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, the sponsor's not very fun for me. Yeah, 5 out of 10. You know, that's like the equivalent of seeing one magpie. Just makes you feel like shit, doesn't it? Okay. Why haven't we done this before? Oh man. I've uploaded a video for 3 months and this is what they get. It's not even anyone watching at this point. We've all switched off after the first joke. Okay, what's next?
We got Nottingham Forest. It's literally the Liverpool shirt with a sleeve pattern.
And no sponsor.
I mean, I like that they've got no sponsor.
And a crap kit make as well. Are they trying to go back to the day where they like won Europe or something? Or the what did they win?
The Champions League.
Champions League, yeah.
European Cup, yeah.
Are they trying to look like the year they did that? Because that's the only explanation I could see for such an abysmal kit.
It's just plain. I like the sleeve patterns, to be fair, but if I had that through the kit, it would be a decent kit. But it's literally just a red shirt.
It looks like your non-league Windsor and Eton style kind of kit, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Robin Hood would be disappointed with that.
Why? The Robins of Bristol City.
Jesus Christ, please keep this in. I'll explain that to him later. I'm going to do this on camera now, actually. Robin Hood is the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Oh.
Yeah, so the whole thing
sucks.
The kit sucks.
It's a 6 out of 10 for me because it's just average.
What is your deal? If a kit is crap, why give it a 5 and a 6?
It's not crap, it's just
a 5
average.
and a 6 is you look and you go, oh, Oh yeah, I might buy that this season because, you know, it's this season's kit.
Well, if I was a Forest fan, I
I
would.
wouldn't buy that. You're
I
joking
wouldn't.
me. Imagine getting charged 50, 60 quid for that. I'll make it myself.
I mean, you could. Just stick a Forest sticker on there.
Yeah.
True.
Um,
It's a 4.5. Actually, that's a harsh. It's a 5. It's a 5 out of 10.
I'd give that as the worst kit of the season. 1.5 for me.
Southampton.
You look like a saint wearing that, mate, I tell you. I like it, mate. I like it.
It's alright.
No, I like it.
It's not a sponsor though.
No, I like it a
I
lot.
love the centralised badge, as I said earlier. The red stripe's a bit. It's just a bit dodgy.
I find it quite satisfying. I like the weird matrix style.
Yeah, I like
Pattern
that
going
pattern in the
on.
background.
And you know, I think it'll
White.
grow. It like, reminds me of like Fernjord or how you say it?
Feyenoord.
Feyenoord. It looks quite European. It's a shame they're not good enough to be good.
Yeah, and they'll be going down hopefully.
Give that an 8.
An 8.
8 out of 10. I like that one.
I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Next up then, top Spur.
Yawn.
Yawn. It's alright. Pretty plain.
It's about as exciting as eating celery. Look, the kit itself is fine. It's lovely. It's clean. It will look good. But it's just the same as before. Little slight different coloration on the.
Wait till you see their away kit. It's dreadful. It is so bad.
But like, yeah, the little yellow around the arms and necks, satisfying. But it's just the same kit as before, isn't it? I mean, okay, fine. The kit itself, 7 out of 10. But like, for the lack of creativity,
6.5 out of 10 for me.
would put my son in that.
West Ham United.
Wow.
Strange, but I do like it.
I think they've hammered the point home there. You know, I like it. I've always found West Ham kits quite boring. But this is a little bit more interesting. It's a bit more gritty. I love the arms.
I do like the arms.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be shoulder barged by that, would you? I like it.
It's alright.
The middle of it's a bit boring, but I give it 8.5.
I'm giving it a 7. I'm being harsh. You're only getting a good rating if your kit's flipping amazing. Last one then. Wolves.
Oh!
Yeah, it's just a bit like, honestly, it's a howler.
Ha! Finally! It took 20 teams and you told a good joke.
I don't like the sponsor. Why is there red in it? If there wasn't red in the sponsor, it wouldn't be bad. I don't know why there are just 5 random dots on the side, to be honest.
To be fair, you're right, you don't really
just a bit
mix red and
pointless.
orange. I don't know
Yeah.
why they've done that. But I like the dots on the side. I think it'd be really
Do you?
plain without it.
I mean, I don't know if it's better than nothing or not.
I like it. I can give it a 7.
I can give it a 6. I feel like my levels of, what do you call it? My expectations have gone down.
I felt like you just gave everything a 6 and a 7, apart from Man City's shitty kit. He's doing that, swearing, I'm a good person. I really enjoyed that. I can't wait to see it all out on the pitch. It's going to be so good.
I gave Chelsea a 0.
And hopefully we'll get to see the Fulham kit soon. I don't feel good about that.
Please.
Though.
I don't mind it, to be honest. I feel like it means we might get a little gold away kit, hopefully. The whole
If you have a
gold.
gold training kit, it's unlikely. But
No, it
it
is
might be
likely.
even more excuse to buy the training stuff. But the winner for me
Oh,
is...
what did you rate the highest? I think it was Man United, isn't it?
Well, yeah, no, it's Man United.
I think my
I
winner
stand
was
by
Man
that.
United as well.
Off the top of my head, I like Man United, I like Southampton, and Palace.
I know my top 2 is definitely United number 1, City at 2nd. I don't really know what to put at 3rd.
Here's a quick one for you as we sign out. What's your least favourite kit of all time?
Oof.
I
I
know
don't
mine
even
straight
know what
away.
mine is. What's yours?
West Brom in the Premier League
Oh,
season.
the red and
the
yellow.
away
Yeah.
kit. The home kit was disgusting. It's like, I wanted to
Boilers.
scan them.
Ideal boilers.
I wanted to scan them because it was a barcode. I wanted to see what I'd get. I reckon something would actually react. Relegation, no. And then the yellow and the green, I mean, just don't do it.
Red and yellow as well is disgusting.
It was the worst kit. Worse than Fulham's Pizza Hut.
Oh no, that's great.
No, that's no disrespect to West Brom as a whole, but I think even you'd agree that kit was rubbish.
And you're in the championship.
What about you, Mikey? Any thoughts on your worst kit ever? Outside of that?
What was that Stevenage one a couple of seasons ago?
Damn, that's a niche reference. You have
They
to pop
were-
that up on the screen.
I will. Sponsored by Burger King. And there was one, my favourite kit of all time ever. There was a kit that had sausages, mashed and peas on the front. It was class. Honestly, it was different gravy, in my opinion. I'll put a picture of it up. It was just absolutely fantastic.
I mean, who would put Burger King as a sponsor?
Well,
On that note,
Stevenage.
you're hungry. Do you want to go get burger?
Oh yeah,
There's
please.
Burger King nearby. Alright, well that's all for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to do the same again with the away kits. And hey, maybe Fulham would have released their kits by now. If you enjoy this, let us know. What's your favourite kit this season? Do you want us to do a review of some other leagues like the Championship as well? We love the banter. Let us know. Share with your friends. Thanks if you've watched this far. Good on you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it's actually a lot nicer doing videos like this rather than just me talking to camera.
Like to see more of me, and don't bother commenting that we're a yo-yo club. We already know.
Yeah, this is the season that we need to prove that we're not. But if it goes wrong, then it's definitely official we are. But
Yeah.
we've got good vibes. Right, thanks for tuning in. We're going to take our kits off. See you later.
Japa Unions the GOAT.